So practical self-care, loads of things. You know what, right? The most important thing about self-care is finding the level of beyond what you're currently doing. That's it. It's in terms of a principle. So rather than sit here and for me to list out a million different self-care ideas, it needs to be basically something that is within your zone of proximal development. So if right now, I remember seeing on TikTok, and it was clearly a promoted post, right? But I remember seeing this whole, here's a simple 5-step easy fix skincare routine that you can do if you're depressed. And the dude goes on to kind of do all 5 products were from one company. This is why I know it's paid. But it's first you use this cleanser, then you do this, then you use this daily moisturizer, and blah, blah, blah. And it's a simple 5-step process, right? Simple 5-step process to do when you're depressed. Look, getting out of bed and going for a pee is a 2-step process, and my bladder is literally ripping me apart from the inside. And sometimes I don't do that when I'm depressed. So, do you want to make it easier? So, in reality, the best self-care is the one that's just a little bit more than what you can currently manage. Not one that is so far beyond you that you can't even get started on it. The best self-care might be putting the phone down. It might be stopping doom scrolling after 10 minutes rather than after 15. It might be setting yourself an alarm on your phone and saying to yourself, I have to get out of bed when this alarm goes, even if I get back in bed 2 minutes later. It might be getting out of bed and going for a pee. It could be a shower and washing your hair to some people. To other people, it could be just literally going to the bathroom and putting a warm flannel on your face. It's what you can manage. That's the best self-care. The best self-care isn't a routine that's been designed by someone. It's not a routine that's been designed by a blogger. It's it's not that. It's not anything that I've ever done for me. It's what's right for you. And what I suggest to people to do, I call it the takeout menu. And the reason it's called a takeout menu is because it's not a to-do list. If you were to write your own little menu of what self-care looks like to you, when you're feeling good, write it when you're feeling kind of good, yeah? When you're feeling kind of good, write this list of things that you could do for your self-care. And you can put as many items as you want on this list, because the reason we call it a takeout menu is because it's not a to-do list. It's not okay, I know that I'm not looking after myself right now. How can I look after myself? Then you look at the list and go, shit, there's 30 different items on this list. And I've got to do all of them before my self-care's done. Screw this. I can't be bothered. That's too much. It's too much, right? It's a takeout list. You treat it the same way, rather than a to-do list, you treat it the same way you would a menu. A menu isn't there so that you smash off every single item. A menu is there so you can select something. It's there to give you ideas. It's there to give you inspiration. Now, if, kind of like Sean, you go into the whole analysis by over paralysis by over analysis kind of thing, then yeah, you can make your list short. You can even organize it by how much energy I've got. So you've got if you think about how a takeout menu is organized, right? You have your appetizers, you have your main courses, you have your desserts, you have your sides, you have your drinks, right? You might want to split out your menu for appetizers. An appetizer is something that gets you going. Like a main course is something like having a full-on bath and self-care routine and all the rest of it, right? That's kind of great. A dessert might actually be something that's a little bit more of a treat that is going to make you feel good in the short term, but that you shouldn't do too much of. That could be your desserts. And then your side orders are little things that complement the things that you've already done.